Welcome back to Africa 54. Health correspondent Lino Madu joins us now with a life-saving lesson. Welcome, Lino.
Hello, Vincent, and hello, everyone. Cardiopulmonary resuscitation, or CPR. It is often used to revive people experiencing life-threatening situations, such as cardiac arrest. And you don't need to be a doctor or nurse to learn how to use a CPR. Joining us in the studio is Brian Levi. He is Director of Training with Safety First. Brian, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
First and foremost, we hear so much about CPR. Can you just give us a sense of what it is, really?
Well, CPR is an intervention that you want to take to be able to keep a person alive artificially until other resuscitative measures can be administered. So often when you watch a scene on television where they're getting the compressions on the breaths, they wake up and the music's playing and it's a happy ending. In reality, that's not the case. What we're trying to do is keep that person alive until EMS or emergency services arrive and can take over and provide advanced life support and other resuscitative measures. And
earlier I mentioned that it is used in cases of cardiac arrest, for example. What are some of the other situations in which you can use CPR? Well,
ultimately, cardiac arrest is going to occur once the heart muscle itself doesn't receive the oxygenated blood. This can be caused by respiratory breathing emergencies from choking, then the person becomes unresponsive, then there's no oxygen to the body, then the heart slows down. It can occur from drowning. It can occur from a drug overdose, a poisoning, sudden blunt force trauma to the chest or the abdomen. So there's many things that will cause cardiac arrest and have the heart actually stop working.
So how can we identify at what point one needs to give or receive CPR?
Well, the current provider guidelines set out by the Emergency Cardiovascular Council states that once a person is found unresponsive and not breathing, the intervention is to give CPR and start the compressions and pump on the chest and possibly breathe into the person as well. And it's done in cycles of compressions and breaths.
And at what point do you stop, or how long does it take? An average CPR
Typically speaking, once you start, we're not supposed to stop until we're relieved of that responsibility, you're too tired, someone of equal or greater training takes over, the scene becomes unsafe, or the arrival of a defibrillator.
All right, why don't we try one right now? Let's see if you can show me one.
I'm going to guide you through it.
Sure.
So you've come in here and you found the person lying on the floor. The first thing you want to do is ensure your safety. So we're going to check around, make sure it's safe for yourself.
Sure.
Now we're going to assess the person to see if they're responsive. So you're going to tap on the shoulders and shout. Don't be timid. You want to actually wake the person up.
All right.
Now we're going to send somebody to go and call 911 and get the AED.
In a case there is no 911, like in a country in Africa where there is none.
If you can get on the phone and call the emergency room, once you have this person here, to be able to transport them to the emergency room, and there's nothing being done for that person while you're transporting to the emergency room, their condition is deteriorating. So the best thing to do is keep them here until help arrives, or transport them and be able to play medic while you're transporting the person.
What is the first step? How do I put my hand? What do I look for?
We did this. Now we want to check to see if the person is breathing. So we're going to tilt the head back like this, and we're going to check. So we're down here, and we're looking at the chest. We're going to do this for about 10 seconds. If we don't see the chest rise, now we need to start with the compressions.
Compression is first and quickly.
Heel of your hand right there in the center. You're going to interlace the fingers. You want to lean forward over the chest. So if your nose was to drip, it would land on the back of your head. Now, we're going to push down about 2 inches. So let's go down, then let it come up. Don't take your hands off the chest, just the weight. So down, up, down, up.
How many times do I do that?
Up. Now we're going to do it 30 times at my pace.
30 times.
You ready?
All
right, let's go.
Yes,
1, 2, 3,
for time's
4,
sake, we
5,
can do
6.
as many as we wish. But so that's the idea. And then after that, we check that what do we check?
Well, you're going to continue to pump. Now, if you have some type of breathing barrier,
Okay.
then you would want to try and give some breaths.
All right. Unfortunately, we're running out of time, so we're going to make sure that we continue to learn CPR, and we'll have you back here.
Okay. Not a problem.
And that was Brian Levy. He was teaching us how to do CPR, and that's our Africa Health Network report for today. For more health news and developments, be sure to visit our website, africahealthnetwork.com.